Neuen Folge Vampyr auf meinem Kanal. Wir haben hier den Lord getötet und nicht verwandelt, wir haben ihn komplett ausgesaugt und sind nun verstoßen worden von dem Ascalon Club und schauen, was uns jetzt erwartet. Wir sollen auf jeden Fall nicht mehr hierher zurückkehren. Ich bin gespannt. Und wir haben die Bannstufe 5 erreicht, also heißt es, wir können alle Leute aussaugen, die restlichen. Da könnten wir die vom Krankenhaus noch aussaugen, dann ist der Doktor alleine. Und hier im Westend, oder wo wir sind, können wir auch noch welche aussaugen. Temple Church. Alter, die Bridget, was macht denn die hier oben? Die Brigitte. Moment, ich schaue erstmal hier. Oh, düster, düster. Du alte Bridget, komm mal her.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness, and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals. for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising. It's been such a long time since I came to this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital. Stufe 8. Ja, dahin. Würde gern noch mal mit ein paar Leuten reden. Ah, ich habe eine Nachricht von dir.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is not an efficient deterrent. I sometimes think it pushes criminals to more violence, since they know they have nothing to lose.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Cool, 5000.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Doctor...
Komm her, ich saug dich aus. Bei dir gibt's keine Hinweise mehr zu holen. Ihr da drin habt nichts gesehen. So.
So you were the killer. I knew I was right.
Schlagstock.
Good evening.
You know.
Da fehlen wohl ein paar
May I look-
Hinweise.
It's always a. I I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Mensch. Okay. Achso, das war die da oben, ja gut. Erschöpfung. Beide, oder wie? Ne, einer gesund, einer erschöpft.
Hello.
Do you need my...
Indeed.
You have...
Sounds...
Goodbye.
Es gibt hier einfach keine Neuigkeiten mehr.
Goodbye.
Gehe ich nochmal zu dem da runter. Ja, bei dem haben wir noch die Nebenquest, den kann ich nicht aussaugen.
Good evening, Jonathan.
Oh, 2 Hinweise.
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
I would rather not know. How do you measure?
I told you.
Is it
A vampire.
All right. Let me hear it.
You'll cast your heart into the fire without hesitation, Jonathan. For pain is only for the mortals.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She was no longer the sister I knew. She had changed. Hateful and bitter. She was determined to destroy our entire family.
She returned as a force of evil, Jonathan. In putting an end to her misery, you also protected many innocent souls.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Okay. Da haben wir alles. Dann gibt es noch die Medizin.
You'll feel...
So. Ich habe keinen Plan, wie das funktioniert. Gut. Dahin müssen wir noch. Das mache ich hier weg, den Marker. jetzt geht's rund. Was macht ihr denn?
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Good evening, Mr. Baker. Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words.
Please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Heracles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
4000. Voll ausgeschöpft.
Goodbye.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
I know one thing. I do not
What kind
understand.
of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
So, den saugen wir aus. Hier gibt's nichts mehr zu machen. Und den anderen sauge ich dann auch noch aus. Weitere 8000 Punkte für mich. So, wo geht's hin? Da lang.
This makes no sense. No sense at all. I should have told my brother to go sooner.
Das stimmt. Das stimmt, ihr hättet früher verschwinden sollen. So, du bist dran.
Good evening.
So, wir gehen dahin, wo dein Bruder gestorben ist. Oder? Ne, wir sollen dahin. Gut, dann sind hier schon mal 3 weniger insgesamt. Drei Personen weniger.
So in the end, was it you we were waiting for? Death was our destination.
Tja, ihr habt nur auf mich gewartet. Stimmt. Wir haben schon wieder 21.000 Punkte. Was ist hier?
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child. I'm sorry,
Alter.
sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
So. Komm her, wir haben ein Wörtchen zu klären.
Good evening.
Wir müssen reden.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patient.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes, Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy, not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
You're a threat to Carol, and no child should feel unsafe in the presence of their parents.
No, Dr. Reed. You are the threat. You are threatening to separate a mother from her only daughter, from the meaning of her life.
May I look at...
It's always a...
Good evening.
You know...
Komm her. Schluss mit lustig. Du, 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 du. So, auch tot. So, bleibt bald keiner mehr übrig.
Poor me. Oh no, poor me. I'm dying. For real. No one will cry for me now.
Tja, keiner wird um dich weinen, das stimmt. So ist das.
It's locked.
Wie kriege ich die Tochter hier hoch? Das ist eine gute Frage.
It's locked, all right.
Jetzt kommt die, oder? Jo. Perfekt. Perfekt. Komm mal her.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Prima, alle Hinweise. Ich fress dich jetzt auch. Hihi. Achso, eigentlich wollte ich ja zuerst die Tochter töten. Naja gut, jetzt ist es umgekehrt. Es hat ja keiner was mitbekommen. Von daher ist es wurscht. So, prima.
Mother, where are you? I can't see. I'm so afraid, Mother.
100 Schilling. So, kann ich jetzt vielleicht hier reingehen? Habe ich den Schlüssel?
I cannot enter.
Ist ja Betrug. So, jetzt wollten wir noch dahin. Oh. Bestie.
How dare you interfere with my hunt?
Yes.
Look lively! Bloody monster!
2 Schläge hat er jetzt gebraucht. Okay.
Good evening.
Can I help?
Okay, da fehlen noch ein paar Fragen.
Goodbye.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Sir, you are not welcome.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
So, alle Hinweise haben wir hier. Gut, aber zuerst werde ich die Frau nochmal befragen, bevor ich hier etwas tue.
You need some...
Gut. Machen wir hier erstmal Schluss mit der Folge. Dann wird hier noch ein bisschen was ausgesaugt. Und dann geht's zurück ins Krankenhaus. Also, wie immer bedanke ich mich fürs Zusehen. Wenn euch die Folge gefallen hat, lasst bitte einen Daumen nach oben da. Wenn nicht, gern auch einen Daumen nach unten. Und tschüss!